Happy Monday, everyone. We are back. Hopefully you guys had an amazing weekend. But again, as always, it doesn't matter what the weekend was, respectfully, if it was amazing or if it was the opposite. The only thing that matters, truly, the only thing that matters is what is your perspective. Because when you have the correct perspective, every weekend is one. Every week is one. Every day is one. Matter of fact, those days that there's challenges, because that's what happens. Life will be challenging. Life will throw punches. Those challenges, those punches are just there to get your attention, saying it's time for you to make an adjustment. Don't complain and blame those punches, that challenge that happened in your business or personal. What is the adjustment that you need to make? Massive self-responsibility. I had a situation, I talked about this before, where when I first started doing business, I think it was 2014, 2015. I started my company in 2015, and I think 2014, before I started my company, I was trying to do an app, maybe 2015. One of them years. And someone robbed me. I knew nothing about app development. I was just fresh, a newbie. And this guy took $3,000 from me. He took $3,000 from me. And I remember he Skyped me saying, did you complain about it or something like that? But I couldn't do it. He was in a different country. All I had was his Skype information, and he robbed me. But do you think that he got away with it? At the moment, it felt good. Listen, let people get their 15 minutes of fame. At the end of the day, man, whatever you put out comes back to you with interest. With interest. So, listen, when you have that perspective, guys, yes, you take the shot, you're like, what the hell? You? That's who you really are? Cool. And then you say, business or personal, thank you. And you say thank you because you take the shot and you know that every shot is taking you to another level. Guys, I've experienced so much. I'm not trying to, play a small violin. I've experienced so much in life. Yeah, my business, but my personal, even just as a young kid growing up and the things that I saw with family, all those challenges have brought me to this space to, listen, if it was this squeaky clean, beautiful, strolling down the river with rainbows, I wouldn't be doing this podcast. Mindset, I'm having a latte, watching the geese fly over the sunset. I do no mindset. It was pain. Pain brought me here to you guys. Pain said, listen, I was either you swim or you swim. And so I'm like, holy, I'm going through a lot right now. What can I grab onto? And because of that pain, I grabbed onto a book about the mind. And I started reading. Peace. I grabbed onto another book about the mind and how we work and purpose and peace and joy and strength. And then all of a sudden now I'm gliding over challenges that were shoving me underwater. And I look back at those people, places, and things that cause pain. And I see it was all ordained. I wouldn't be the human being that I am without the pain and the wounds that I received. But as you go in there and you start healing those wounds, healing yourself. That's what I say, do the inner and the outer work. So you heal the wounds, childhood wounds, adult wounds. You heal the wounds, you become whole and healed, and then you realize those wounds were opportunities for your growth. So now you can go back in there and help other people who are wounded. I say everything is conspiring for you. Disappointments don't exist. Better always comes. It's not just a cute slogan. I've lived it and I'm living it. It's all for your greater good. Yes, does it hurt? Yes. As Eric Thomas says, get a reward for it. And once you get the reward for it, you help others find their rewards. And the new levels are exponential. The new levels make you want to go back to all those wounds and say, thank you. You brought out the best in me. You brought out the God-given purpose that was already in me. I just needed that stimulus to go to another level. Thank you. You're not a victim of anything. I don't care what it is. I don't care what happened. I don't care when it happened. I don't care how it happened. It's impossible for you to be a victim when you realize who you are. The pain is there to get your attention, saying it's time for you to make an adjustment. Did you find it? Did you make it? If I didn't make those adjustments, I don't know what pills I'd be on right now. There's no condemnation. I don't take anything. My pills is the inner work and the outer work. Listen, guys, when I say with the sky falls, there's a silver lining, I mean that. I can literally go through anything, and I know how to put gas back in my car. Driving and there's a storm. I'm like, all right, guys, buckle up. Why are you so calm? I always know the source of putting gas in my car. We're going to go through that storm, and the bigger the storm, the bigger the blessing. Get ready for a avalanche of anointing once we get out of this storm. Get ready for it. And that's why I'm so excited about this year, guys. Do you listen? Whoever this resonates with, if you went through a storm, or coming out of a storm, or going into a storm, guys, get ready for massive blessings at the end of it. But make sure you're putting gas in the car, and if you ask God, trust your inner guide. Okay, God, what should I be doing to upgrade my mindset and my skill set during this particular storm? You'll be guided. Whether it's a book, it's a video, it's a mentor, it's a coach, it's a person, place, or thing that you need to connect with, you'll be guided. It'll be supernatural, I promise you. This is a spiritual battle, guys. Like, this really is. Like, I'm not religious. I don't judge anyone's religion. Listen, politics and religion, I do intermittent fasting. That's not on my diet. I don't discuss politics. I don't discuss religion. I'm talking spirituality, guys. This is The Matrix was a documentary. Listen, we're all human portals. And if you're not filling yourself with God, your God-given purpose, an Agent Smith could come into the space and you could be used for evil. And some of you guys right now know what I'm talking about. Yeah, Dan, I keep doing this thing that I know I shouldn't do. I feel horrible about it, and I'm living a miserable life, a miserable existence, and you don't have to. And if you're watching this, I know you're on the road. You're on the road to escalating, growing, changing karmic cycles, healing yourself, and growing yourself. So many people aren't even trying. And they see someone who's trying, they just want to grab onto their coattails. It doesn't work like that. You'll always lose. Fight the good fight, guys. Fight the good fight. So, yes, life is amazing. The challenges are so amazing, guys. And this year, if you're going through a storm, if you're coming out of a storm, if you're going into a storm, guys, give thanks, because the growth will be astronomical. Astronomical. I've talked about before, I went through a divorce many, many moons ago. And at that time, it was oh my goodness, I've never had anything that I went through that took me that long to get over. At that time, it was tough. Just to go to sleep, I'd alternate between alcohol and 2 different sleeping pills just so I can get to bed. And the moment my eyes woke up or my eyes opened in the morning, I'm like, God dang. Literally, I'm like, dang, I'm gonna feel again that intense sadness. So I went through all that, and the ways that I coped wasn't healthy, but I needed to go through what I went through. I started partying, and I became, I have an obsessive personality, and so good or bad. So if I'm jumping into something, guys, I'm going to learn how to rewrite the code, right? I want to be the very best. And I'm gonna learn and calculate and learn, and I became a professional going out person. I loved it. It was church to me, going to bars, clubs, the nightlife, all of that, man. Every aspect of it, man, was awesome, and I got really good at it. I got really, really good at it, and it was not a healthy way to heal yourself, and in the process, you hurt people in that process. But to make a long story short, is I look back on that, on my divorce, and the growth that I got from that, like that, I say, like that turned me into an adult, a mindful adult. Like that really, the growth that came from that was phenomenal. Like I wouldn't be who I am. Like I'm so thankful that everything happened the way that it did. I needed that pain for me to make an adjustment, and I finally made it. I was going out, and I did that. So I grew up in church, right? All I did was church. We didn't live in a great area, but I had very strict parents, and so I had no desire to do anything that was stupid. And we went to church. I was heavy into church. And so I never experienced going out and partying and all the things that come with it until I divorced. And I went nuts. I had my college life after I was divorced, right? In my 20s at that time. I had college where people were 18, 17 partying. I'm in my 20s partying like I'm 17, right? And I got that out my system, and I was like, it was fun, but it was like bubble gum. It was emptiness. So I started going back to church, but it was a different kind of church. It was just a non-denominational church. And I realized, okay, I still need a spirit. I still need God, right? And after going through this experience, the growth that I had as a human being, the bottom line of what I'm saying is the growth that I had, the pain that I got from the divorce was a drop in the bucket. It was like this compared to the growth, the exponential flood of growth that I had as a human being. So now when I see people going through a divorce, I get excited for them. They may be sad right now, but I tell them, hey guys, listen, man, I'm excited about your growth. I went through a divorce, and guys, you're gonna level up, and once you level up, you attract better because you're better. So I don't know who needs to hear this, but whatever storm is on the horizon, or you're just getting out of, or you're in it right now, guys, it's a drop in the bucket. It's a drop in the bucket. Like, I look back on my marriage and the person that I am now, I'm sure they'd probably say the same thing. I wouldn't marry them. I mean, respectfully, they may say the same thing. I wouldn't marry them. Like, no. Like, it's like, as you elevate in life, as you elevate, you attract better. You attract better for you. That's why I always say, continue to do the inner and the outer work. Like, the quality of your life depends on it. Because it does. As you elevate your character and your mindset, you won't have to find your tribe. Your tribe will find you. You attract who you are. And you become wise. I always analyze things. And so, whoever this resonates with, guys, wherever you are, either you're getting out of a storm, you're in a storm, or you're going towards a storm, whatever it is, guys, make the adjustments necessary and know that as you elevate, guys, whatever it is in business or in personal, as a business partner or a client, guys, you will attract better. You become better. You're going to always attract better. You're going to look back and say, what the heck was I thinking? You should feel that all the time, every month, every year. I look back, I'm like, what was I thinking last year? That's good. That's called growth. But as you're intentionally doing the inner and the outer work, you're going to see that growth. And do you know how attractive that is? That's sexy. When you can sit down with someone and you know your conversation is going to enrich their life. Where do you find that? That's why, guys, listen, men, women, if you want to attract the best version, the best mate possible, you become the best person possible. Grow your character. I promise you, dating becomes easy. Now you're just sitting back saying, no, you're picking what you need. And be picky. Be picky. Yes, be picky. You've done the work to elevate your character. You deserve to be picky. Pick and choose exactly what you want. And you know what? The person that you'll eventually connect with, they'll connect with your spirit, with your soul. All the work that you've done, they have already been doing it too. And once you connect, I'm telling you guys, once you connect and someone's equally yoked, that's when you're able to bring heaven to earth. So, wherever you are, I hope this brings some type of peace, even joy. The bigger the flood, the elevation is so massive. I promise you guys, each and every time, it's like clockwork. I'll say it again. Everything is conspiring for you. Disappointments don't exist. Better always comes. So this week, guys, set your schedule when you're going to do the inner and the outer work. Set it like the quality of your life depends on it. Don't wait until you're in the storm. I mean, sometimes that happens and that gets your attention. Great. But why not gear up for the storm coming? Gear up, get your armor going. Life, that's just life. Storms come and go. Seasons happen. Winter, fall, spring, summer, everything's seasonal. Prepare for every season. So when the next storm comes, you know, okay, I'm going to another level. Go through the storm, go to another level. Go to another level. Go to another level. Go to another level. And then you start attracting other levels. Start attracting it. You attract who you are. So if you want better, keep going, keep growing. Be better. And that's all on us. And that's amazing news. We don't have to wait for anything or anyone to save us. My cousin, my friend, family member, the government, the weather. It's you. You are your biggest asset and your biggest liability. And that's amazing news. Choose to be the asset. And how you choose that is in your daily habits. Set your schedule like the quality of your life depends on it. Hit it. Listen, if you say Friday at noon, I'm doing my inner work for 10 minutes, do it Friday at noon. Come rain, snow, hail, tornadoes, a blizzard, do it. Do it. Listen, you have what people need. As you continue doing the inner and the outer work, your character's going to grow and you'll be able to further give it to them. Give them all of your inherent beauty and your unique gifts. You have such a gift. You're needed. You are needed. You are needed. It is selfish to not be obsessed about giving the world the greatest version of you, the most healed version of you. It is selfish. There's someone right now going through a pain that you've been through, and if you haven't been obsessed about fully metabolizing it and learning and growing from it, your job is to give back to them. All the other thems, that's your job. They're waiting on you. I say this lovingly. They're waiting on you guys. So this year, this is an amazing year to give the world the most healed and greatest version of us on purpose. Take advantage of every beautiful storm. It's just there to get your attention. You know, it may look mean and bad, but I promise you, like I look back on my divorce years, many moons ago, it was a blip. A blip. But the growth was so massive. Because of that, I can go through any storm and it will never take me as long as it did in that first storm. And that's the beauty of it. You just continue getting better. You continue getting better. You continue getting better and you continue growing to new levels, guys. And you see life for what it is. Beautiful opportunities to grow. The highs, you don't get too high, and the low, you don't get too low. And you just get measured. And become unstoppable. And you inspire others to do the same. Life is good. Life is challenging. Life is challenging. But when you realize the beauty in the challenges, you win. And you were put here to do just that. Win this year. You do it in your daily habits. All right, guys, so that is the message for today. I hope this resonates with even one person. Win the day. You win every year. You win every weekend. Rinse and repeat. And you'll inspire others to do the same. So I hope this resonates with you guys. Have an amazing new week, guys. We're in a brand new year. Let's make this year the best, the greatest, the best year you've ever had, we've ever had, and it's in our hands, it's in your hands. Set your schedule. All right? That is it, guys. Have an amazing, amazing new week. I'm sending you guys so much love. Motivation Mondays.